Okay.
So
on the flywheel is circular, and then on the outside of the flywheel, there's teeth on it that the starter, when you turn the key, the starter gear comes out, meshes with the flywheel teeth, and turns the engine, and that's what starts it. Well, on most flywheels, that ring gear is pressed on. Well, this one has come undone, so it spins freely on the flywheel. So I can get my finger down there. These teeth right here are not supposed to spin independently, because this is the back of the pressure plate, and this is bolted to the flywheel, which is right here. So if I'm spinning this should be spinning as well, but it's not, because this gear, as you can see, is disconnected from the flywheel. And then come back down. I don't like doing that because there's a small chance that it could damage a valve. Yeah, that's just gonna break another screwdriver. Yep.
So there just goes to show you, as long as you just keep trying, it just might work for you eventually.
Oh, I see what happened. When they, well, I don't know if you're gonna get it with the camera, but when they hammered it on here, they flattened the thread into the threads on the half shaft.
Alright, so we left it in first gear, disassembled all the shifters. Disassembled the shifter assembly on the outer end, removed all the outer transmission housing bolts, the slave cylinder, and took off the axles, and we also disconnected the front motor mount there. We need the you're gonna most likely need to reuse the actual manual transmission mount. We're gonna need to modify the body of the new car and put that mount on there for the bracket, and possibly a new mount if we can find one. But if not, we're gonna reuse the old one. It's not too bad of shape. Also the rear, any mounts of any sort that are different from auto to manual, you're gonna want to replace and take the bracketry from the donor car. And in here we removed flywheel clutch, pressure plate and clutch, and then the flywheel, which was in two pieces. Had the outer ring here, and then there is the rest of it, which is sheared off of. The transmission is also drained of fluid, and we'll be replacing that when we put it all back in. Got the new clutch sitting over there, and gonna have to go find a new flywheel, and hopefully we'll get this set up soon. Alright, well, as you can see there, we've removed everything we can, basically. We still got the shifter cables to remove there, and the master cylinder, and the pressure regulator for the clutch. But we've just about got everything out. So it's always a good idea to try and recycle what you can, keep what you can if you need it. You know, it's a donor car. Take what you can, and then recycle. And blocks going to Mike, helping me out. Cylinder head was garbage. It was cracked up on top. It was all just rigged up with some like JB weld. I don't think I've got the cylinder head over here somewhere, do I? And broken flywheel, so I was able to find a replacement. Hopefully it's the correct one up on Amazon. So that should be coming in on Saturday. Ordered it today. There's the other block, I guess. You can barely see that. But yeah, he gave me his old block B28.5. Just gonna use that in the pistons just make some arts and crafts. Get bored and lonely. Got the clutch line right there. Now, there's very limited space for me to work on that nut, try to take off the line, and it is kind of stuck on there, and I don't want to strip it, so I'm probably going to leave that attached. Now, I removed the master cylinder. Very, very difficult to remove. Got to remove it from the inside. You can see it goes in through the firewall, and in it goes. It was leaking, as you can see some of the little mushiness build up in there. So take a look on the inside and see how that goes. The hole is over there for the master, and it connected in to the other side of the clutch pedal right over there via a small pin and a piece of metal. The name of it is, so the tip of my tongue, can't remember it. Just a little pin. And as you can see, there's all these bolts you're gonna have to remove. Very difficult to get to. I've only been able to get 2 off, and then I got the master out as well. So that's 4 total bolts. So I'll see if I can get the rest off within a reasonable time to show you. Okay, so this is the shifter setup. The plate sits in there. You have the linkages in here. So here's the first, second gear, and then here's third, fourth, which moves in there, and then fifth and reverse. You can see the mechanisms moving around: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse. So this is just held in by 4 bolts here and here to the body of the car, and this right here pins into the actual shift cables, which run through the firewall and connect in here. So what we had to do is, once we removed them here, it was just a pin that ran through them, the washer, and we just had to unbolt them from the firewall, from that lower hole right there in the firewall. As you can see circled there. There are some bolts there. There's 2 bolts, which would connect right in there up into the firewall, and these were what's connected to the shifter assembly inside the car. Essentially, you had to pull all this out from the firewall, and that connects to the transmission right there. So you pull these out. I was able to have my friend Justin come through and give me a hand real quick as he pulled them out, and I just kind of fed them through as they got caught in certain things. So it's nice to have a hand whenever you can, but not utterly impossible to do alone. There were some clips and stuff that were kind of in the way, but I was able to maneuver the whole master cylinder and line and pressure regulator as a whole. And I'm just going to move it as a whole. I don't want to have to take it completely apart. I'm going to eventually have to take this off, so that way I can put my new master cylinder in with this line. Hopefully this doesn't cause too much trouble.